Guarantor rights and obligations. The goal of this training video is to increase general understanding of the rights and obligations of the guarantor. In the beginning of our lesson you will learn that the obligation of the guarantor is to repay the remaining loan, if a borrower defaults. The right of the guarantor is to withdraw from the deal before signing the contract. Every responsible guarantor should ask questions about all products' terms and conditions. Key loan terms and conditions, from the guarantor's perspective: interest rate, repayment schedule, penalty fee. Imagine that you agreed to become a guarantor of the loan, which is very kind of you towards the borrower. Before you take a final decision and sign the agreement, please kindly pay your attention to the costs you may bear based on this deal. So what are your basic obligations as a guarantor? In case the borrower, for whom you are guaranteeing the loan, does not repay, you are obliged by the law to repay the remaining amount of the loan, together with the interest rate charged on the loan. What is the total amount of the loan and the interest rate paid on the loan you are guaranteeing? Let me show you what are the possible amounts you can pay in case the loan is not repaid. The borrower takes a loan of €1,000 to be repaid within 6 months, each month one equal installment. With every installment, the borrower repays both part of the total amount borrowed, the principal, and also part of the interest rate the borrower is supposed to pay. If a borrower fails to repay at any time of the contract duration, you will be requested to repay instead. For example, if the borrower stops repaying in the 3rd month of the loan, everything that is left in this repayment schedule needs to be repaid by you. However, if a borrower stops repaying the loan, there are additional charges used. For each day of delay in payment, the borrower is charged a penalty fee, specified by the bank. Of course, it does not mean the borrower you are guaranteeing the loan for will stop repaying. Also, even if the borrower is delayed for 1 or 2 days, it does not mean you will be immediately called to repay. We have strict regulations to be followed in case our borrower stops repaying. Before we involve the guarantor, bank undertakes a number of actions to help the borrower repay. Your right is not to sign the agreement and withdraw from guaranteeing the loan now. Once you will sign the contract, your right will be to receive all the detailed information about the amount to be paid in case of borrower's default. In conclusion, we would like to remind you that the obligation of the guarantor is to repay the remaining loan, if a borrower defaults. The right of the guarantor is to withdraw from the deal before signing the contract. Every responsible guarantor should ask questions about all products' terms and conditions. Key loan terms and conditions, from the guarantor's perspective: interest rate, repayment schedule, penalty fee. Thank you for your attention.